Hey friends, welcome in. Happy Friday. Still trying to get myself a little bit situated here. Welcome. I see some friends coming in the chat. I'm so glad you're here. If you're new, welcome to Reseller Community Night. I'm Quenby. I do this video every Friday at 5 p.m. Pacific time. So if you're on the East Coast, that's 8. And we call it Reseller Community Night. I've been doing it for a few years, and resellers come together. I have a live chat going on, and resellers come together and just talk all about reselling online. I'm a part-time reseller. I've been selling on eBay for 10 years. I also sell on Poshmark. I sell on Etsy, and recently I sell live, doing live auctions on the site called Whatnot. If you are jumping into the chat, please give me a check-in kind of about your world and reselling right now. What is going on for you reselling-wise? What platforms are you selling on? What's going well? Are you doing anything in particular to get ready for this change of seasons? It is Friday, August 19th, and school started here already where I live in Sonoma County, California. So whenever that happens, I think there's just major changes. I know a lot of people want to update their wardrobe for the fall. Are you sourcing for fall, and how are you doing that? Have you found anything amazing recently? Give me a little bit of a check-in. I usually have some things to chat about, but I always turn to the live chat to see what's going on with you guys and what do you want to talk about. Do you have any challenges in your reselling business right now? Any concerns or questions? I've been selling a while on the platforms I listed, but there's always people here in the chat who sell on all different platforms. So if you're on Mercari, Depop, Facebook Marketplace, Kitizen, The Real, there's usually people here that sell on those platforms, and they'd be happy to help you. It's a very friendly community. So let me say hi to some friends. Let me catch my breath. I was on Whatnot from like 2 to 3:30, 3:45. So then I just had a little break, and now I'm doing this live. I might not stay on as long as usual tonight. I'm going to take PD to dinner. If anyone was on Whatnot, it's so funny because PD's my partner. Some of you have met him or seen him in a video clip or something. And he's supportive, and he's like, oh, what's this Whatnot thing you're on now, doing the live auctions? I'll make an account. So he was making his account and his username, and he put like his regular name. I'm like, babe, just put Grateful PD because I'm grateful, the Grateful Queen. So he did. And then he popped onto the live today, and the name came up, Grateful PD. I'm like, oh, it was so funny. Hi, Maggie Posh's 247 in the #1 spot. Happy Friday, Quenby and friends. The Lazy Reseller. Hi, all on this gorgeous Friday night. Is it gorgeous where you are, my friend? It's pretty good here. I'm like an hour north of San Francisco in Sonoma County. People kind of know it as like Napa and Sonoma and wine country. It's been hot. And here I am like on Whatnot, trying to sell sweaters and stuff, because I think a lot of us are starting to source for fall. Are you guys doing that? And if so, do you pay attention to like fall trends? Hi, Cynthia. How can you spend more time with me? Cynthia was helping moderate on Whatnot today, so we've already been together for a little bit. Must be sick of me by now. Grace says, hi, everyone. I'm always here listening, usually cooking and hanging with the baby. I appreciate everyone on this chat every week. Thank you so much. Yeah, a lot of people. I appreciate it, Grace. We know you're there. If you want to chime in, fine. If you don't, we'll just know you're there. A lot of people use this time. Well, some people just want to unwind and chill out with work colleagues and friends. And some people use it to like take photos of their inventory or list or something, and we can kind of keep you company. But hey, everybody, happy Friday for sure. Did you have a week? Have you had like a crazy week or anything? So I am a full-time psychotherapist, and I'm a part-time reseller, whatever the heck that means. I mean, that's my career and my job, and I went to graduate school for it. I don't know how many hours, if I added them all up, what it really is, but I consider myself a full-time psychotherapist. That has to be my first priority, and then I resell. And over the summer, I get to do a lot of reselling because it's always kind of quiet. But now, as soon as school started, the phone is ringing. I'm going to get so busy, and I won't have quite as much time for my reselling. And it's hard. It's a challenge. I think there are particular challenges to being a part-time. Do you consider yourself part-time or full-time? Hey, Goddess Threads. Hello. Yay for Friday. Lisa. Double Lisa. Hello. Hi, Zoe. Hello and happy Friday. Finally a week in Boston where it wasn't 90. Yeah. My sister's back there and she was like, it's so extreme, the weather there, you know? I mean, we have weather changes, we have patterns, we have seasons, but it's just not as extreme. Another Barbara is with us. Hello, Barbara. Hey, Patsy Stone. Hello. Usually I watch on the TV where I can't interact in the chat. Okay. Well, we'll just, but then she said now she's on her laptop. The interacting is really the best part, I think, being able to chat and say hi to friends and ask questions and comments and stuff. But that's fine if you're on your TV. It's like Grace. We just know you're there in the background. Oh my gosh, it's Jessica. Hola, everyone. Happy Friday. Are you getting ready for your son's first birthday? Or I guess you still have almost like a couple weeks. I'll be up in Sacramento on Saturday the 3rd. Poor Cynthia. I can never remember the date for some reason. I know it's the first Saturday. I'll be at the Sacramento Bins. I know you have a birthday party, but I should give you my number in case you just want to like say hi, like, oh, you're there. Hey, Thriftable. Hey, Ilana. Now, let me guess. This is so bad because I just saw Alana, and Alana's her Hebrew name. Elaine. Is it Elaine, the first name? I was like confused. I'm going to try and remember. I need reminders, though. Always feel free to, in the chat, let us, if you have a username, just remind us, hey, I'm Thrift Hauls Cynthia. Like, you know, because we're all trying to get to know each other, but there's a lot of people, and we want to know your real name and your, feel free to put it in there, a little intro always at any time. Hey, Melissa. Hello, all. Been MIA the last couple lives. Been trying to reorganize. What are you working on? Hey, Mari. Hello. And Elizabeth White Peters is here. Hey, been a while, but it's summer in Connecticut. Yeah, summer. I think everything has been like people are a little more laid back. People are doing other things. Great to have you back. Cynthia said it was a fun Whatnot show today. It was fun. I felt a little off. That's like every show is so different. Every day is different. I guess that makes total sense. But today I was like, I just feel a little off. I had the best time and I made lots of new friends, which was cool. Not too many of our regulars were there. I mean, our regulars from this live, I don't think. Happy Friday, Becky Sue. Friday. I've got a kind of a big weekend. It's my mom's birthday this weekend. And my sister's flying out. I don't know if I'm going to be live next Friday or not because my sister's flying out from New England for my mom's birthday. So I'm going to be like busy. We're going to take my mom to a nice restaurant in St. Helena. We're going to do some nice things. I might go to a thrift store tomorrow. I have not been to a thrift store. When is the last time I did a thrift video? It's been a while. I've really been trying to, like, with the extra time, clean out my inventory, sort it. I had PD take, 5 trash bags to the Goodwill today. Stuff where I'm like, it either has a little flaw, and the honest truth is I'm not going to deal with the flaw. I wish I was, but I'm not. Or it just wasn't a great brand or not in great shape. Like, I just didn't want to deal with it. I'm like, I used to save, like, all the Forever 21 and all the, and I'm like, if it's not a great size or style, like I got rid of a bunch of stuff. I've really cleaned up my inventory room. How are you guys doing with that part? Hi, Mo. Great to see you. Let me say hi, and then I'll go back and read some more of these great comments. I appreciate the comments. That's how I know. You will be at the meetup. Yes, we're doing his birthday party mid-September, so I'll be at the meetup. Yay! I'm so excited. We'll have to do better at coordinating the food this time and everything. But it just depends when we get there, when we need to eat. We found the coolest little like hole in the wall kind of Mexican place that was really good. So I'll probably get up there at 10 or 11 and I'll stay till 6. It's somebody asked which Sacramento bins Which one it's on industrial. Cynthia just says it's the big one. It's the easiest one for us to go to too, because we drive 2 hours and it's like when you first get into Sacramento. So I don't have to go all the way through Sacramento and then back out. That would add more driving time. It's a long drive, So that's fantastic. I can't wait to see you. Okay. Hi, Uta. Yay. UTAB. I'm so glad you made it to the live. We do this every Friday at 5 p.m. Pacific, almost every Friday. Hey, Rhonda Creek. Good evening, everyone. I've been called worse. Okay, let's see what some of these comments are, and then we'll go from there. Some of the things I wanted to talk about tonight. Barbara, do you want to share a little bit about your Thredup box experience? I want to talk a little bit about sourcing on Thredup, buying Thredup rescue boxes. And I just want to say something about the whatnot thing. If you're watching this, I'm filming this on Friday, August 19th. It seemed like people were applying for a while and getting denied or told to apply again in a month, or it was taking forever. And so a lot of people either dropped it or said whatever, or got mad or whatever. And then today, Friday, I was on Whatnot most of the day because I didn't see clients. So while I was setting up for my own show, I was listening and watching. And I just heard over and over that people just got approved. I just got approved. So this is a little note. If you're one of these people on the fence or waiting, now's a really good time. I think they're doing another wave of accepting people right now. So get on it if you thought about it, or you're trying to reapply or whatever. If you have questions or you are interested in using my referral link, which will help you, message me on Instagram. I'm at The Grateful Queen everywhere. Let's see what people have to say. Let's get down to some comments here. Oh, there's Andrea. Happy Friday. I'm still at work, not getting much done. I know work is really getting in the way of my social media time. I'm like, I should be working right now. I'm watching another Whatnot show. I know. Alana said part-timer who puts in more than full-time hours. That might be true. I think I work a lot. I work sometimes 7 days a week, but if I don't want to work a day, I don't. Or if I wanted, like sometimes like today I went to Zumba, ran some errands, came home, took a shower. I didn't really start anything work related till like noon. So I'm fine if I work on a Saturday or an evening. I don't really care. As long as I feel like it's within my control and power, I work when I want to work. And that works for me, but I know I work more than 40 hours a week. Absolutely. Thriftable said, I start a new job on Monday. Reselling's on the back burner right now. Yep. But you know what? That's one of the things I love and appreciate about reselling is that set it down when you need to. If something goes on in your life or with someone in your family or your health or another job or something, you just say, oh, I'm not listing as much. I'm not sourcing as much. Okay, I like that. I appreciate about that. Good to see you, Rhonda Creek and Jessica. Mo found 2 Christian Dior blazers this week. Whoa. I don't think I've found much Christian Dior in my thrifting career at all. I think I've found some like vintage robes and nightgown stuff, and that does really well. Same with Oscar de la Renta. Some of these brands are older. Probably considered like vintage a lot of it now, but I know that the nightgowns and stuff like that can still do well. Elizabeth said, thank you. I stopped daily posting and still had a nice sale this week, but also lost my first shipment. Oh, what was this on? Stopped daily posting and still had a nice, okay. My sales were actually great. I don't know why. I've been sort of joking around with PD at the house. I'm like, eBay must be trying to get me back because I've had a lot, relative. I had like 6 sales yesterday, and I'm like, I was listing 5 items a day every day. Before the Whatnot start, that's what I was working on, and I had actually gotten up to 6, and I saw a big increase in my sales. just consistently listing. And then I totally dropped off once I started Whatnot because I'm kind of putting my time there, and I'm still making some sales. So things are going okay. Zoe is a good question. How are you having enough inventory for Whatnot and your other platforms not thrifting? So I have a kind of a long-winded answer, but I think it's a really good, if people want to get into it, because people have a lot of questions about what should they sell on Whatnot, how much should they price things for on Whatnot, how is anyone making any money on Whatnot? Like, those are really valid questions, and I'm happy. I could also do a whole separate video about it if people want me to elaborate, but the short answer, Zoe, is I came into kind of a lot of inventory somewhat recently and last year. So I've been buying Thredup rescue boxes. I had 2 Thredup rescue boxes videos out this week. I'm buying those because the cost of goods on those is only $2.60 each. So my cost of goods is less than $3. So I can put that in a Whatnot show and start the auction at $3, and that works out. Some stuff gets bid higher, some doesn't. I also was in the past, when Joe Mar was here, buying a lot of wholesale boxes. So I had a bunch of wholesale boxes just kind of stacked up, in my garage. I'm also using a method, Zoe, of pulling some stuff from my inventory. So when I make a show, I'm putting together some stuff from wholesale, some stuff from Thredup, some stuff I'm pulling right out of my store. And I'm just kind of trying to make a really good show, like a curated boho show, using that method. I also had a friend recently dropped off like 4 trash bags of clothing at my house. And I paid her in Starbucks gift card. And a lot of that is not really appropriate for Whatnot, but some of it is. So that's how I'm doing it. And it's working for me because I'm selling so much at once. I'm selling like 35 items at once. So I'm not getting as much per item, but I'm getting 35 sales all at once. So it's sort of like the Costco model or something, like the bulk model. Let me know if you have other questions about that. Let me see if anyone else popped in real quick. Bernadine popped in. Hi, everyone. I'm very camera shy. Melissa. Hey, Seek Joy. Oh, my goodness. Where have you been, honey? We haven't seen you as much. Hi, Quimby and Chap, and going nuts shopping on Whatnot. Are you Seek Joy on Whatnot, too? I just did a show today. Come find me over there. Yeah, I wanted to talk about this, too. So, the Lazy Reseller, that's our friend Barbara Babash, found what is it, George Jensen? It might be pronounced differently. Silver bracelet bangle, and have it listed for $800. So Barbara and I have been talking on Instagram just a bit about the Thredup rescue boxes. I don't buy jewelry boxes. I'm not a big jewelry seller. I have bought them in the past. But I'm not set up the way Barbara is to know brands and test things and all that. I'm not a jewelry seller. But she's been doing really, really well with those Thredup rescue boxes. I buy the Thredup rescue boxes, the clothing boxes. The box I buy the most is the women's mixed clothing because, like I said, it's $65, including shipping. Each item's $2.60. If you watch my videos this week, I just got like a Patagonia fleece in there. I've got some good stuff in those boxes. So I use Thredup rescue boxes as a way to source inventory for my business. Oh, this was the other comment. She said, Thredup 5-pound DIY jewelry boxes have been good to me. I found a very rare Kendra Scott that I have listed for $500, and it's generating a lot of interest also. Yeah. I don't have anything like that. I mean, happening with the clothing boxes. So that's a really great niche to have. And I wouldn't know if I got a Kendra Scott. I'd be like, what is this? I'd probably have to like do my research. But I have got things in the Thredup rescue boxes, some jackets, things like that I've sold for a couple hundred. I just always like to say Thredup boxes, they work for me. It's really great. I buy enough of them, but they're sometimes duds. Like, don't go into it thinking you're going to get an item you can sell for $500. And they're sometimes amazing and everything in between. And I have an entire playlist of Thredup rescue box unboxings over the past few years. So you can really look and get a good sampling of what those boxes actually look like. And don't buy them if you can't stand the risk, because they are a risk. And they've also been amazing. They've been such a good source of inventory for me. Hey, Janice. My Posh sales are doing great. Janice says, did get approved for Whatnot. Orientation next week, and I hope to start live shows in September. Love watching on Whatnot. Thank you so much, Janice. What's your username on Whatnot? I have such a hard time because a lot of you, like, I'm the Grateful Queen everywhere. Instagram, YouTube, Whatnot, all the places. And a lot of you have different names in different places. And I'm like, wait. It's tricky. It's tricky to keep track of. Hey, Dollar Doctor. That's fun to say, Dollar Doctor. You sound like you're from Boston like me originally. The dollar, that cost $1. Hello, tell us a little bit about you. A lot of the people in the chat are here every week, so I get to like see them. Or so Jay Turner, true. Okay. Jay Turner, love it. Bernadine, how does shipping work on Whatnot? Do you get labels like eBay or Poshmark? Yes. It's kind of the same. It's actually a little easier. When I list an item for sale on Whatnot, when I build my listing, I just put the weight in. So they do require you to put the weight in first. And then when it sells, you're going to have a list of your sales just like you do on eBay. You click on it. You do your shipping the same way. You put in the exact weight and size and get the labels right there. It's totally easy. Anybody can do it. It's as easy as Posh. Most of it's priority. The thing I love about it is there's so many bundles. So I may sell 35 items. I might only have like 8 buyers, because I sell stuff really cheap on my shows. Everybody's different. I'm just can only speak to my experience. I start most things at $3 or my cost of goods. Like if I paid $6 for it, I try to start it at $6. But I sell things really cheap. And the reason I'm doing that is because I want people to bundle, because that's what I believe in. Like I just believe, I know a lot of your resellers buying on there, and the only way to really make it work for sourcing the cost is if you're getting cheap shipping. That's just how I do it. Elizabeth said, my Thredup purses need price stops. They're not moving. You mean, Elizabeth, things that you're selling yourself on Thredup? Or you mean things that you bought on Thredup that you have listed on another platform? I don't usually go in there and drop prices. I mean, as a strategy, I just get it back if it doesn't sell. I just sent in a Michael Kors purse, so I hope that one does well. I haven't sent in a lot. Oh, Seek Joy, you're Alexis over there. See, I didn't know it was Seek Joy. Okay, next time say it's me, Seek Joy. Because if I saw your name, I'd be like, OMG, it's you. Oh, okay. So sorry, Elizabeth. No, you're saying Thredup purse box listed on. So you went on Thredup and you bought the purse box. Which one did you get? The Coach or the high-end one or the low-end? They've had different stuff over time. They've had like a name brand purses. They have the Coach one. Then they have like a designer purses. So you have them listed on Posh and they're not selling. You could delete them and relist them and not change the price and see if you can just get new eyes on them. The other thing is, in my purse selling experience, fall is usually when my Coach bags and stuff sell. And I think it's because many women in the fall do like a wardrobe update. So in the fall, it's like, oh, I'm going to go through and be like, look at my sweaters and pants. I'm going to be like, oh my God, I don't even fit in these pants. I put on a little weight. I don't fit in these pants. I need new pants or a new sweater. And then you're like, oh, my bag. Like a lot of people do that. So that's been a time for me. So often, like I only have a few Coach bags left. I've sold almost all of them. What I'll probably do is delete them and relist them, try and get some fresh eyes. And if that doesn't work, send out some good items, good offers. Sorry, there's so many distracting great comments. Zoe said, Barbara, I may not know what I'm looking at, but I bought a Thredup 5-pound box and haven't listed a single thing. I don't know anything in the box could sell for more than $8. Is it jewelry you're talking about? Yeah, maybe you can do a session with Barbara or something and she could teach you about it. I saw a couple other... Yeah, and Barbara says, Zoe, you need to look into each item, but I usually can make money on each box. Yeah. And you know what? Like, it's also quantity. Like, I just want to be straight up so people aren't like, Quimby said buy Thredup boxes. No, I will never say that. You have to have a strategy. And for me, my strategy really is quantity. So I buy enough wholesale boxes and Thredup mystery, whatever mystery boxes. I buy enough mystery boxes so that they kind of even out. Like, if I get a box that's not that great, maybe I'm not going to make a ton of money on. The next box come, I'm like, OMG, I'm going to make my money on one item and everything else is profit. So because I have so much, it kind of works out. But if you buy one box and that's your entire experience, you might not have got a good one and you might not make money on that one. But if you bought a box every week, chances are it's going to all even out. If I could thrift every day or 3 times a week like some of you, maybe I wouldn't use this model, but I cannot. I do not have the time. I would love to thrift. And my thrift stores are so expensive. It's getting so nuts, especially like Goodwill. I'd like to say I'm not going to go there anymore, but there's a really good Goodwill in my area where I find awesome stuff. It's just so pricey. It makes me mad, but the stuff's good. Do you guys see on Instagram that Retrolicious dress I posted? It had sushis all over it. I paid $10 because that's the cost of dresses. And I checked comps. I'm like, I think I can get 40. And for me, that works, 10 to 40. That thing sold right away. Almost all the dresses that I bought for $10 have sold this summer. I was very selective about which I bought because they were $10. So I wanted to sell them for 40. And I've done well. Oh, the Coach box. Yeah. And the other thing is not all Coach is equal. Like, there's some of them are older styles. The Coach bags that I sell have also a COA. When someone in a listing, you see the letters COA, it means Certificate of Authenticity. And I doubt that the Thredup comes with that, right? I prefer to sell bags that have the Certificate of Authenticity. I think it gives the buyer more confidence. Hi, Michael! Because there's a lot of faked Coach, you know? What was this comment? Hi, Mickle Pickle. It's our friend Meredith. I saw you. Thanks so much for being at the Whatnot today. I saw a comment about the shipping, and now I can't find it. Zoe, did you ever comment about expensive shipping? Maybe it's up here. Gosh, I didn't see. Hey, Faye. Sorry, you guys. If ever you come in and it's like, wow, Quimby's ignoring me, please leave another comment because like the chat goes very quick and I might talk for 2 minutes and I miss it. And I want to say hi to everyone. Like, here's Nanny. Hi there, fabulous resellers. I'm so curious about mystery boxes. So many mixed results and mixed reviews. Thought I saw another one from you. Thank you. There's so many different mystery boxes. I have a ton of mystery unboxes on the channel from different wholesale companies, from Thredup, from other resellers. So when I'm going to think about buying a box, what I do is I go watch a bunch of videos and I'm like, would I be happy with that? Would I be happy with that? So that I can mitigate the risk. Like, I can set my expectations appropriately. So all mystery boxes are a risk. There are some, if you go to some wholesale companies where you can pay more to get it manifested, which means they're going to tell you everything in that box. So it's not a true mystery box. You pay more for those though. I love mystery boxes, but the reason they work for me is one, I'm part-time. I cannot thrift enough to support my business. And two, I live in a place where thrifting here in Sonoma County, California is so expensive that I get my cost of goods way down by buying mystery boxes. Everyone's situation is different. Everyone's situation is different. So you have to think about your situation. If anyone else came in, please say hi. Just leave some emojis or a comment so that I can say hi to you. I know Thriftable said, I got a Thredup box and I sent all the items back in. I do that too. I do that because certain items sell better on Thredup than I can sell them. Some examples are like BCBG Max Azria. On eBay and Posh, that brand just doesn't sell that well for me. It's cute, but on Thredup it sells great. So I send all my BCBG Max Azria there. You know, it's little things like that. Lalana, I'm going to try and go to Salvation Army tomorrow. I called them. No one will answer the phone over there because I'm like, is it tomorrow? So I might just drive over there. But I'm a little worried that I'll get up early and go over there. And it won't be 50% off, but I think it's worth the risk because then I could get things somewhat affordably here. And my Salvation Army is really good. Thanks for the okay, Elizabeth, thanks for the refresh idea. Yeah, that's where I'd start. Depending on what your cost of goods is, I would just delete them. Take a look at your listing. Are your pictures excellent? Is your description really good? Do you have measurements of the bag in there? All that stuff. And if that, you might want to edit things a little bit. And if it's good, just relist it and see. And if it doesn't work, then maybe lower your price. Okay, Seek Joy, that's what it was. Question, thank you for that. Some sellers on Whatnot charge $9 for very lightweight items. Does the extra money paid for shipping go back to the seller? No, not right now. Notice some people sell $1 items but charge $9. So the charge is not calculated by the seller. The charge is calculated when I list an item and the seller puts the weight in. So when I list these items, my rack's still here from my sale an hour or two ago. When I list these items, I'm just going to use a prop. I'm just so much of a teacher person, I can't help it. Okay, so I have this silk top. And I'm going to put it in for my Whatnot show. So I go to my phone, I take a picture of it, I put in the name, brand, the size, everything. Then I put in the weight of this shirt. This is a silk top. It's probably going to be 4 to 7 ounces. So in my listing, I click the button that says 4 to 7 ounces. That is what calculates the price for the shipping that the buyer will see. So if somebody is putting $9 on something like this, they must have put in that this weighs a pound. And the seller does not get the money on any of the shipping stuff. From what I can tell, and it's from what's happening right, and they're still new, so they might make changes because Whatnot has made shipping changes. If I overestimate, Whatnot's absorbing it. If I underestimate, Whatnot's absorbing it. So I'm just putting it in. And I think they're dealing with the difference. But that's not good because I wouldn't want to, like if I buy this giant sweater, I expect to pay $9. But once you buy something, everything else is discounted. So you may pay $9 on the first item, but then everything else can be super cheap. That's why it works so well to shop over there, I think. Yeah, you don't have COAs. Certificate of authenticity. If you did it yourself, it costs $20 to get a certificate of authenticity. Oh, God, that's hard to say. Try saying it at home. It's hard. Certificate of authenticity, COA. I would get a COA and pay $20 from a service online like authenticate.com if I had a very expensive item. Like, Barbara, do you do that with this jewelry? Like this $500 jewelry? Are you authenticating it? When I bought, hey, Lindsay's Posloff, so great to see you. I see your name popping up on Whatnot sometimes, so I see you over there. So I wouldn't do it for a Coach bag that you're probably only, you're going to charge like between $35 and $100 or something for a Coach bag, depending on the style. I wouldn't pay for a COA, but when I bought a lot of Coach bags a couple of years ago, they had the COA, and I did not even list them all. Like, I was kind of behind in listing them. I have a couple. Anyway, it's a long story, but yeah, in the future, if you're going to do handbags, and you know who does that? Shopgoodwill.com online. If you buy a lot of bags from them or a bag, often it comes with a certificate of authenticity, because they must have some bulk deal with authenticate.com. So I don't know. That's a little bit on that purse selling. Oh, you're right, Zoe. Sorry, I thought it was you, but it was Seek Joy. You're right. Mo said, has anyone sold a Maggie seatbelt bag? I found one and I bought it. No. Is that made? Are those bags that I've seen before where they're like recycled, made out of seatbelts? Is there good comps or anything on that? We could look on eBay. Alana said, I love seatbelt bags. Only brand I know is Harvey's. Yeah, I'm not really familiar. Nanny said, what are your thoughts on Helpsy? So Helpsy, oh my God, it's like such a long, okay. There was Jomar Wholesale, and I was an affiliate with Jomar Wholesale. I had good experiences, but I know there was mixed. They closed down suddenly. Two of the girls from Jomar who worked there started another thing, another wholesale company called Cozy Threads. I was an affiliate for Cozy Threads. I tried a couple boxes. They're both on the channel. Now, Cozy Threads, just in the past like months, has rebranded. And now what was Cozy Threads is called Helpsy Source. I don't know why they rebranded. I don't know the whole story. It seems pretty cool. Helpsy Source is doing some wholesale stuff that is really new and innovative that I'm kind of excited to see how it goes in terms of how they process all the inventory. They're using a lot more technology. But I have not, just to be honest, it's new. I have not bought a box from Helpsy Source yet. Has anyone? I saw today on Instagram that they had Free People boxes. That's usually a box I have bought in the past. And it's a pretty safe box usually, so check that out. It might be a good time. Thank you, Cynthia. I appreciate you. I was just going to say, everybody follow Cynthia, but they can't really follow you because we're on YouTube. We're not on Whatnot. What? Are you still, Cynthia, if you feel comfortable sharing, where are you at with Whatnot? Are you going to apply and be a seller? Have you been gaining some followers? It is really helpful if you think you ever want to sell on Whatnot to go over there, chat with people on the shows. See if you can moderate. Like, if you moderate someone's show, often you get a lot more followers on that show because people will follow you because they see you there with the moderator badge. So that's a great way to gain followers. Whatnot really likes it if you're going to apply when they see you're active on Whatnot and you have a lot of followers. So it's a great little way to do it. I saw someone come in it's a new Dawn. You're back. A new Dawn. Saw you on Whatnot today. Appreciated seeing you there. I love that little bit of crossover that's happening between Whatnot and I'm doing in YouTube. I'm doing 2 Whatnot live shows a week and this. So it's been awesome. I don't know how long I'll be able to keep it up, but hey, Eva, Elva, Castell's Posh Closet. Happy Friday. I don't know. Elva's in my area. I don't know if you're planning on it, but I was just talking with Cynthia and Jessica about the meetup in Sacramento coming up, and maybe you'll meet us there. Jessica's going to come. Cynthia's going to come. We'll see if some other people also decide to show up. We've had a lot of interest, but who knows who's going to actually show. Maybe Raquel will be there again. I don't know. Okay, I had asked Barbara if she was planning on authenticating if you're just coming in. She got in a Thredup rescue box some really expensive, really beautiful, nice jewelry pieces. And she said, no, since it's $500 and they will be authenticated by Poshmark. Yeah, you just can't take an offer or send an offer, right? It has to be, If somebody buys something on Poshmark and it's $500 or more, it automatically goes to Poshmark for authentication. That's a pretty awesome thing. Oh, you could do it yourself for 20 bucks. Like say you want to sell it for 400, might be worth spending the 20 bucks to get it authenticated. And she said no on the, okay, yeah, I get it. Yeah. So you don't need to do it. What other questions do you guys have? Okay, Cynthia. I don't know if I already sent you my big long rundown, but people that I talked to on Instagram about how to have like the A+ whatnot application, I think I have a good formula. So let me know. And I would say do it ASAP, because right now, for some reason, whatnot, there's a flurry of them accepting people. So I think now, time is of the essence. Now's the time. In essence, all I'm going to tell you is put absolutely everything in that one email so they don't have to ask you more questions. They can look at the email and approve it. Everything has got to go in there. All your stats, every platform, everything about you, pictures, videos, everything. So they can take one look at that email and say, approve, rather than have to go back and I don't know, it should be zero work for them. Okay. Lindsay said, I've only ever had one seatbelt bag that I found at the bins a few months ago. I didn't feel like selling it, so I sent it to Thredup and it sold for 60 bucks. Cool. So you got a pretty decent payout on that. Hi, Live Style Rewind. Hi, all. You're late, but you're here and we appreciate it. Uta said, I agree. My only problem with whatnot is I keep buying when I go into a live. I mean, I get it. I've slowed down on purpose because just this past month, I'm so committed to clearing out my area, because like I said, I had a lot of boxes and I just had a lot of stuff I was kind of holding on to, not sure what I was going to do with. And now I have 1,000 items listed. I've been selling for 10 years. My eBay store has over 1,000 items and I kind of want to like pare down. So whatnot's really helpful with that. But I do plan to buy again. I buy for myself. And the thing is, there are so many good deals on there. I mean, it's like, for me, it's a lot. If you get something for $3 and maybe you pay $3 or $4 in shipping, that's cheaper than my thrift store. So I think it's worth it if you're going to sell it. Here's my mom. My mom's birthday is this weekend. Happy Friday to all you lovelies. Grateful Babette. Mom, I don't know if you were here, but did you? I had Petey make his username Grateful Petey. It's so cute. Okay, Cynthia, just checking, but email me anyway and I'll give you my link because I think that will really help. Let's see, what else did I miss up here? Alana said, I don't know if I can do more than one whatnot show a month. Yeah, I mean, all you can do is what you can do. I do think it's easier to be successful on whatnot if you do more shows. Like for me, I'm going to push myself, even when I get super, super busy, I'm going to push myself to do at least a show a week, because I do think your presence on whatnot is really important. A lot of it is like, oh, we know that person. We're going they come to see you because they know you and there's that relationship and it's fun. And I think it's nice to build that relationship with the community, with buyers. And so I think the more you're on there, the better your sales are going to be in your show. So I do, because it's a very, I think whatnot is kind of what Poshmark wanted to be. How everyone always said Poshmark is a social selling platform. And I just don't think there is great community on Poshmark. There is. But I don't think people use the app in the way they were hoping, with sharing and parties. And I just don't think, but I think whatnot does have that. It does have that social community engagement. I mean, and I think that really does help to be consistently seen on there. I try and go in shows and chat in the chat as much as I can and just meet people and connect, and it really does help. So as much as you can do, especially in the beginning while you're growing and building, the more successful I think you'll be. Alana said, yes, true, but I really only wanted it to purge some inventory, and when I eventually need to mostly liquidate. Yeah, the other thing is, well, that's interesting. Dala Docta says, I've oddly sold the most in my kids' clothing on Whatnot versus adult. Just can't sell as low as people seem to expect now. Yeah, I think I've been in some shows lately that have just been so painful because sellers are, I don't know, I guess I have a lot of opinions about Whatnot. I'm sure we all do. Like, and my guess is many of them are similar, but you know, one thing, here's what I think. Here's something I think. I think it's a myth. I think a lot of sellers, when you first hear about Whatnot or you first got on there, you think, and I've heard this a lot. I've heard a lot of sellers say, I just want to get rid of all my stuff. I just want to get rid of my death pile. I just want to get rid of stuff that's not selling for me. And you go in there maybe thinking, some sellers go in there thinking that's what they're going to do. But nobody else wants that stuff either. Like, nobody wants your Old Navy size 2 mid-range medium wash denim shorts for $8. They just don't. And I'm at show and show after show where I think I'm seeing a lot of sellers just try and get rid of their death pile of flawed items or not great items, and then they want decent money because it's not only $5 for the Old Navy shorts, but it's whatever the shipping is. And unless there's something special about those Old Navy shorts, unless they're plus size or they're the rock star or there's something cool about them, embroidered, no one else really wants them either. So I think that's a misconception. If you're, hey, Christy, if you're going on to Whatnot thinking, I'm going to get rid of all my crap, that's not the right attitude to go on to Whatnot with and be successful, in my opinion. The reason I think I've sold out almost all my shows, I think I've had 2 shows where I had a few items left, is because I'm trying to have good brands or good styles or sizes, and I'm starting things at $3, sometimes $5 if I paid $5. I sold a Reformation top today for like $7. I sold, you know, I'm taking a long time to put together, and I'm not the queen of Whatnot. I'm just sharing my personal experience and my thinking, and maybe it'll help you. Maybe you think differently. That's fine. If your opinion's different, maybe you think my shows are crap. I'm just telling you what my thought process is. I think that my shows have been relatively successful for somebody with a small social media following like me. I'm never going on there thinking I want to get rid of my crap. And I think that's what a lot of sellers are making a mistake doing. I'm trying to put a variety of really great stuff in there and sell it cheap. That's my goal. What can I sell cheap and have it be an awesome brand or a good style, or it's new with tags, or it's plus size, or it is something going for it. I'm not filling up. I've got buckets of Old Navy stuff in my garage. A friend brought, and it's cute. But I'm not going on there putting Old Navy medium gray t-shirts. Someone might want that on eBay for $5, but no one on Whatnot wants it. It's mostly resellers over there. So change your attitude about what you think you're doing on there. Like, I'm moving stuff, but I think I'm moving pretty decent stuff at really low prices. And that's why I think it works over there. So I'm just saying. But I'd love to let me hear your opinions, okay? Let me hear your opinions, because that's just my opinion on my soapbox. Alana said, yes, true, but I really only wanted it to purge some inventory. Okay, we saw that one. Interesting Dala Doctor about the kids. Zoe said, tons of shows are called Shop My Death Pile. LOL, true, says Alana. True, says A New Dawn. I agree, says Rhonda. Mo said, you still have good brands. That's why I bought several things from you, and I appreciate it. And I appreciate you. And you are a smart shopper, Mo. That's the thing. Like, you're buying my Arc'teryx jacket. Like, you know, I don't know if that's for you or if you're going to sell it for $150, like, or the Sundance. That's expensive stuff. That's going to sell. Like, and you're not buying 25 things. What I think I notice is that you're being selective and you're buying really good stuff that you either want for yourself or you know you can resell and make a profit on. Eileen Fisher, like linen dresses, you're buying the quality stuff and you're paying maybe, those aren't the things that are going for $3 usually, but you're paying a little more to get the best stuff in the show is what I think I've seen when you're there. Dala said, see if I started at $3 and it sells for $3, so I have to start at basically what I can make money back on. Yes and no. Yes and no. Hear me out on this. Give me a minute. I'm going to take the water because I that's not necessarily true, and here's why. Sorry, I was on Whatnot for an hour and 45 minutes. I've been on here almost an hour. My voice is probably going to go up. Petey will thank you. He'll be like, Quimby, why aren't you talking the whole time? Because I talked for 3 hours today, but that's my happy place. Okay, so that's a really good thought. Dala said, see if I started at $3 and it sells for $3. But here's the thing, and this is what I've always done, kind of cost averaging, generalizing model of reselling for myself. So like I might sell this shirt and it only went for $3. So I probably maybe lost money on this shirt, depending on where I got it, what my cost of goods is. But something else that I list for $3 might go up to $18. And I only paid $3. So I'm making a good profit on that. Or I'm bringing in a really nice item that I know is going to sell. And so what I try and do, this is again, just letting you in on my thinking, you do whatever works for you. When I'm setting up a show, I do small shows. They're only 35 items and I do them fast and cheap. That's my style. Do what works for you. Sometimes I go to a show, they have 100 items. They're going to be on there for hours, whatever. There's a strategy for that too. But I'm looking at what I make in the entire show. Now, I don't feel comfortable on here right now saying what I make an entire show. I just don't. But in my mind, I'm thinking, what do I make an entire show? This might only go for $3, but something else went for $18, something else went for $8, something went for $25 that surprised me, something I got for free from a friend went for $17. So at the end of the day, I'm making a good amount of money in that show, like the show as a whole. So I don't think of each individual item. Now, if you're going to the thrift store and you're spending $5 an item and you fill your whole show with that, don't do that. Don't do that. Make it a mix. Stuff you got for $2 at a yard sale, something somebody gave you, some really awesome thing, so that at the end of the day, you make enough in that show so that it feels worth it to you. I'm making more on Whatnot selling things at $3 than I have been making on eBay. Thrift Hauls said, listening to you talk about your thought process makes me want to start selling. Get it done. What's your goal? When are you going to have that application done? I love when Barbara says this. Listed 8 items during this show. See, she's working and hanging out with friends and helping educate all of us. It's perfect. Alana said, I don't have crap, I don't think. Just have over 1,200 listings and I don't want that. So I would pull like some of your best stuff. You know, if you can only do 1 show a month, or maybe you push yourself and you do 2, you want to make it count. So if you're pulling from your store, pull a mixture, but pull some of your best stuff. Dala said, I actually sell Old Navy well on Poshmark. I love selling Old Navy. I love selling Target. I love selling, and I know people are like, oh, it's just Target. Hear me out. I sell Target on Poshmark, eBay, and on Whatnot, and Old Navy. People love those brands. When I sell something, it has to have something going for it. If I'm going to stand up and try and sell you a new day from Target, it has to be maybe like a cute piece that I would wear that I love. Has to be a plus size or an extra large or something, or it has to be new with tags. I'm not putting my generic Old Navy. I'm not putting my basics on Whatnot, me personally. It has to have something going for it, but I've sold a lot of Old Navy and a lot of Target on Whatnot. But it's either really cute, really cheap, new with tags, great size, amazing print, something. It has to have something going for it. I'm not implying that anyone has crap. I'm just saying. My mom says, I think that if you have integrity in your life across the board, including your business practices, everything will flow and work. Great for Babette. I think you're right. Thank you, Mo. I appreciate you. Mo, this is what I was trying to say, long-winded. The money all evens out. I love you and I love Barbara Babash. You guys both do that for me where you're just like, okay, like I can go on and tell you my thoughts and my strategy, but that's what I'm trying to say at the end of the day. Make a show that's an awesome show that you think people will want, and it'll all even out at the end, and you'll make some money and you'll be happy. Oh, Babe's on his way. Okay, I got to wrap it up. Hi, all. On my way home. Yeah, I made some dinner reservations. We're going to go to this really nice restaurant where they have outdoor seating, and it's like it'll be nice, kind of sparkly out there, you know? Jana said, I totally agree with you about the items selling on Whatnot. If I watch a seller with Old Navy, Forever 21, items that are not up to par, I go watch another seller. I'm not interested. I feel like it's almost worse than that. Hey, Carmen, because it's like painful. Like I was watching this show today, and I'm not criticizing any individual person. I'm not putting anyone down, but we should all live and learn. It's like item after item, overpriced, low-end brands. That's somebody who's probably trying to get rid of their crap on there. And we're good, savvy sellers. Maybe you're going to sell one or two things. I saw you sell one or two things, but the whole show is like, and I wanted to yell through the screen in a nice, gentle, supportive way. If you lowered your prices by half, you'd probably sell everything. If you started it, maybe not. Maybe she had to do more. You started at $3, you'd probably sell it all. You're starting everything at $8. It's not going to happen. Seek Joy said, wonder if I could sell on Whatnot without going live. Just list on the buy it now section. Wait. Let me think. Because this has come up. No. What I've seen, Seek Joy, is someone do an all buy it now show, not auction. I've seen a couple of those with really high-end stuff. They would show it. They'd say, I have this listed in the buy it now. Here's what it is. I'm showing it to you. But you don't have to go on screen. You could just put the item. You could face the camera away and just put the item up. And you buy it now, not auction. What I've noticed is usually really good stuff when people's buy it now. Because the reason why everyone's on there wanting this stuff is because of the auction mentality. Like the auction gets the excitement going, and you can get amazing, amazing deals. I've seen people get amazing items for $1 or $3 because nobody else bid. It's like, there's a ton of chance over there. And I think that's why it's so exciting for all of us. Grateful Petey. Carmen said, I think because in Whatnot, you can see items live, you need to sell things that will catch people's attention. I agree. Has to have something going for it. But, do your own thing. Like, I am thoroughly enjoying putting the rack together. I did not know I would enjoy it so much. I'd pull things off. And I'm like, nope, this doesn't go with the show. Or no, maybe nobody will want this. Or I can't give a good enough deal on it. No, I'm taking it out. I love putting the rack together. I work on it for a couple of days, a few things at a time. I think of something like, oh my God, what would be great for this? I'm going to go get this item. Like I am enjoying it. And hopefully that comes across. Some people on those Whatnots look pissed off. And I'm like, why are you doing this? Hey, Brandy, great to see you on Whatnot today. We've been talking on the last 20 minutes about Whatnot, you guys. I sold 8 items last night. 4 were kids on Whatnot. Mo said, have a margarita on all of us at dinner. Oh, yeah. Someone did an all buy it now show and it was listed as a silent auction. Ooh. So they had the live on, but nobody came on, Alana? I would love to see that. The buy it nows I've been at, they don't sell quantity. They don't sell quantity, but they're saying these are the items I need to get good money on. It's $50. Here it is. Let me show you everything, why it's so amazing. And they don't sell as much in those shows. Seek Joy says, true, Quemby, I need to sell all the things I bought on Whatnot that didn't fit. I know. I've had to do that too. I'm like, I wanted it so bad. And online on eBay, I always do measurements. I don't buy anything without measurements because I have an unusual body type. Like I'm curvy and short, and I need measurements. I know what my measurements are, and that's how I shop. But there's rarely measurements. You can ask for them and stuff, but it's not the same. I don't look at the pictures and figure out, would this fit? So I've made some mistakes on there, but I've also bought a lot of stuff from people I just want to support, especially when I was first over there, where I'm like, I'm happy to pay a little bit more, especially people's first shows. I've done a lot of trying to support first shows. Uta, I added a farm dress in with my J. Jill and Chico's, and it helped bring up the total for my auction. Yeah, that's smart. Grace said, I was watching a show where a girl had things overpriced. Nothing was selling, and she just ended the show in the middle because she was so upset. I felt so bad for her. OMG. That is like, I gotta say, wow. I don't know how I feel about that. Like, I don't want to judge. Maybe she had an anxiety attack. I have seen everything on Whatnot. I have to tell you, that's one of the things I love about it. I've never watched reality TV shows. Like, what are those things called? Like with the housewives and stuff. I mean, I've seen pieces of them, but I think that's why people love the reality shows. And Whatnot is sort of like, you're really seeing the real deal. I mean, you see people make mistakes. You see people, I've seen people have like practically a full-on anxiety attack on those shows, and they have to like go off screen. I've seen a lot. I've never seen someone say, I'm ending my show. Oh, no one seems like buying. Goodbye. Like, you lined up your whole show and now you're not giving it? I know. Well, maybe they'll learn. Like, there's a lot to learn. So, interesting. I want to appreciate Cynthia Thrift Hauls, because she's been at a lot of my Whatnot shows, and she moderates, and she's just great. She's just shows up so well. I just appreciate you, Cynthia. Patsy said, I had one of those shows yesterday, but I keep going till the end. Had the wrong audience. Oh, interesting. Was it a regular clothing show? Do you want to say anything more about that? I am so fascinated with the whole thing. I mean, I messed up a bunch of things today, and I was like, well, I felt uncomfortable. Like, I messed up a few of my numbers. I really don't know what happened. I mean, a part of me is like, what happened? But there's no way Whatnot could have done it. But some of my numbers were off, and I was like, it threw me off. I'm like, this is hard. And I can't just pause it like I would on a YouTube video and like reorganize myself. I had to just keep going. And I'm very happy with my show today, and I appreciate everything. I'm grateful, but there wasn't as much bidding. I didn't have as many people today. You know, that's just the way it goes. And I am just like everything averages out kind of person. I've had great shows. I've had okay shows. The more you do, it's just going to be like that. You're going to have shows where you're like, oh, I'm kind of bombing right now. And shows where it's like the energy's so high, you sell everything, you make more. I think that's just the way it's going to go. That's why I think doing one show a month would be hard. I think you need to balance things out. How do you have the wrong audience? Yes, I'm really glad you said that, Seek Joy. That's an extremely important point. People are so nice in the Whatnot chats. I've never seen anything over there except you can do it. You're doing great. Even when the person is not necessarily doing great, you're doing great. People make a mistake. Oh, I've done that before. Don't worry. We love you. I've never seen anything like it. I find it extremely touching. Genuinely, because people are so great over there. I've never seen so much support and love. And so I'm really glad you brought that up again. It's very important. Grace said, I think she was going to cry. I messaged her to encourage her. I think she went on and had a successful show. Well, there you go. Yeah. I mean, I've seen it all. I mean, yeah, it is kind of sad. I mean, it's yeah. There are ways to mitigate. Like, if you're doing your first show and you're super nervous, message a few of your friends and say, I'm doing it at this time. Can you come? Or what time can you come? Make sure you have a few cheerleaders there. If you're super nervous, and do a short show, do 5 or 10 items just to get your feet wet. There are so many ways. Or do everything for $1. Find some stuff if you're willing to maybe lose money or stuff people gave you or stuff you got at the bins. Do everything for $1 so that most of it sells and you have some success. There are lots of ways if you're nervous, there are lots of ways to mitigate that and have a decent experience. And for first shows, I didn't put first show in my title when I did my first show, but now I see it's a good idea to put first show because a lot of us show up and are ultra supportive for your first show, So there you go. Oh, kids' clothes. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Yeah, I think it was okay, but not my best. All right, friends, my Grateful Petey's on his way home. I'm going to take him to dinner. It's going to be fantastic. I just realized I have to ship all this stuff, so I think I'm going to a sale tomorrow, but don't underestimate the shipping. Let me tell you right now. The shipping. Now, I wrap things up and stuff. Some people just literally shove everything into my poly mailer and send it, and that's cool too. I don't really care. But I have a lot of shipping to do this weekend, it turns out. Thank you so much. And my mom's birthday is this weekend, so that's exciting. And my sister will be here next weekend. Maybe I can get her to pop on. Maybe I'll still do the live and she can pop on and say hi. So that'd be funny. Okay, guys, I appreciate you so much for being here. Thank you so much. I thought I was just going to do like a 20-minute to say hi, but we had so much good chat that I stayed on the whole time. So I will see you soon on Whatnot or on YouTube. Good night.